Do you ever worry that you'll have to spend the rest of your life on a diet? I mean, you spend so much time and energy losing weight, and then what? Won't it all just come straight back on? If you have these worries, relax. In this video, I'm going to share 7 ways to maintain your ideal weight easily so you'll never have to diet again. Maintaining your weight loss after dieting can be really difficult, and there is science behind why that is the case. I want to provide you with 7 best practices to keep the weight off for good. Like I've said in many of my videos, the first step is fully collapsing that belly fat. If you want to learn more, look at this video, but the deal is that this fat just wants to grow. It just wants to get fatter as fast as possible. So if you don't get your body truly where it needs to be and fully collapse this belly fat, you're at extremely high risk of gaining all the way back. So you've got to set the foundation for success through the first step of fully collapsing that active, hungry fat mass that's in the belly. Otherwise, your belly fat is keeping you fat. I want you to understand that the reason why you've gained weight in the first place and why you've dropped weight in the past only to regain it is because of this belly fat. Number 2, hopefully the method you've used for losing weight in the first place is healthy. No fad diets, no hormones, no severe calorie restriction. You want to make sure that you've gone through a method that is a true lifestyle change that incorporates behavioral work. That's what we do at PhD because I understand that 80% of any life change, which dropping weight definitely qualifies, comes from the mind. So you've got to make sure that it's not just the science of what, when, and how much you're eating, but it's the mental, emotional, and habit behavior that's focused on as well. Before I dive into the next tips, I want to make sure that you subscribe below so that each week you can get my video that includes great tips to help you on all things weight loss, nutrition, and health related. My third best practice for you is to consider your NEAT. So I know that sounds strange, but what NEAT stands for is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So this is the number of calories that you expend during the day just moving around, fidgeting, getting up and maybe cleaning your house a little bit. Your kids or your grandkids, they've got a lot of NEAT going on, if you know what I mean. You know those people who are just always bumping their foot up and down, fidgeting, moving their hands, they just can't sit still? Well, that's what NEAT is. And it's interesting because research shows that as we drop weight, our body compensates by reducing the amount of NEAT that we have, and we become a little bit more sedentary. So we don't want that to happen. So my best suggestion for you is to get some kind of tracker that measures the number of steps that you're taking during the day. This will just help you keep track of increasing and keeping that NEAT as high as possible and fighting the way that the body wants to compensate for your weight loss. The next 4 best practices comes from a research study that I just recently looked at on the commonalities between successful weight loss maintainers. The first one is to move every day. And we understand that exercise isn't a weight loss tool. And by moving every day, I don't mean that you have to go to the gym and get on the elliptical machine or do some chronic cardio, but I just mean get up and move your body. It can be taking a few steps outside. It can be taking the stairs wherever you go. But getting up and moving as much as your body allows is really important. And the next best practice that's really important is to self-monitor yourself. Research shows that those who keep a food journal, I know, are 50% more likely to see weight loss and weight loss maintenance success. So monitor yourself, write down what you're eating. I don't suggest that you track calories and macros and all of that, but keep track of what you're eating throughout the day and monitor yourself. Monitor how much you move throughout the day. This next best practice is so important, and it's exhibiting self-control. So those who have successful weight loss maintenance have cognitive restraint, meaning that they're able to tell themselves no to certain foods. A lot of us, when we say no to foods, no to the donut, no to the pizza, maybe we get this feeling in the story within ourselves that we're deprived and we're restricting ourselves. But these folks in this research study actually showed that it was a form of self-respect, saying no to the foods that don't love them back. And finally, Keep doing the deep work. And part of the deep work might be reading this book, 5 Steps to Reset the Scale, in which I talk about a whole bunch of different simple lifestyle strategies that you can implement into your life to make big changes in your weight and your health. Click the link below and receive your copy for free. The most important part, and I tell all of our clients this, is that you've got to create a new identity. And I suggest that you create this new identity of yourself right as soon as you're starting the weight loss practice. Who do you want to be? Sexy, vibrant, fit, healthy? Who is that identity? And think about how that identity would live. What do they have in their fridge? What do they have in their cupboard? What do they order when they go out? What do they do during their lunch break? And act in alignment with that new identity. And the folks in this research study who successfully maintained their weight loss recognize that they were working toward this identity every day. You don't just snap your fingers and become this new person. It requires deep work, and they recognize that this is a daily practice of overcoming. Now that you know all my secrets, I want to share with you some more insights about small habits you can implement into your daily life. These will help you be successful in the long run and never have to go on a diet again. Click on the next video so we can get started.